Hey guys, it's Mark from North 7 Outdoors. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're doing our first of 2025. We're doing a tackle unboxing kind of here. We went to our first swap meet. I believe it's the first one that's ever been, which is the Bowmanville Tackle Swap Meet of 2025 coming up. Alright guys, so Bowmanville used to have a tackle swap meet. It used to be huge. It was at a school. Later became the Peterborough Tackle Swap when Kyle Carruthers took it over, and then became CanCast. I was going to go to the Ottawa Sportsman Show because I'd never been there, but sportsman shows are typically a good way to spend the day. They're not a good way to spend money, especially on fishing tackle. You're not going to get primo deals there like you are at a swap meet. And the weather happened to be good. The stars just kind of aligned. Usually I don't drive to Toronto, but I made an exception to go to Bowmanville, and I'm glad I went. So we'll talk about a few things I got. So first off, it was very reasonably priced to get in. It's $5 or it's non-perishable food item. I had a bunch of stuff I had meant to donate. They were just sitting in the cabinet, and I actually I already had them moved out into the truck. So all I had to do was move them up to the car, grabbed a bunch of reusable grocery bags because you never know like how much stuff you're going to buy. Left them all in the car, parked at a church like 2 blocks away. I was like, oh my gosh, like I made it in here, drove 200 kilometers one way and left them 2 blocks away in the car. It was smooth. So I got there. They had 40 tables. I was kind of on the fence whether or not I was going to go, but the guy who was running it said he had like 40 tables. Someone's like, do you have room for more tables? He's like, no, I'm all booked up. So I'm like, okay, at least the vendors are there. And I was like, whatever. I really didn't have a whole lot to do Saturday morning. So I was like, all right, we'll go to it. So the first thing I go in there, I walk in there and I see some Berkeley Maxent flatworms there. And the guy's got a bunch of tables. I'm looking at them. They're all pretty much unopened. They're all pretty much brand new. I'm like, it's one thing to have the product that you're interested in. It's another thing to get it for the price you want. So I'm like, how much are your Maxent? Sometimes people are like, oh, $7 or, 4 for $20 or something like that. This guy was like, they're 2 for $5. And I was like, okay. So I proceeded to buy all of his Maxent that the guy had there. I got an unopened pack of Creature Hog here too. But for the most part, different colors. Berkeley Power Bait Maxent. So they're pretty much $10 a bag now. Got a couple packs of Gary Yamamoto unopened. We got some Senkos here. I don't know what these are. Purple Flake something. And some. I've never tried these, so I'm actually excited to try this. A little Gary Yamamoto Shin Shoe or something. 2 for $5. That's a steal. Unopened. Some unopened Z-Man TRD and some trick shots here. 2 for $5. Great deal. He had a bunch more Z-Man, but $2.50 for Z-Man. I was like, it's fair. Like it's okay price. It's just Z-Man's not overly my cup of tea. Like I like their hula sticks. I like their TRDs, but a lot of the stuff that they have is maybe I haven't put my time in on some of the Z-Man stuff, but it's just not 100% for me. So then what did we do? So then I went to this table, and the guy had a couple packs of Kingtail worms here unopened, $3, so that's a steal. Gary Yamamoto Zako here, $3 a bag. All these prices are Canadian, so you can pretty much take almost half off it now. Dollar's not doing so great these days. The X-Zone here for $1, Power Bait for $1, and half open bag of Shimmy 6 for $1 there, just to get $15, so I didn't have a pocket full of change. Then I went to another booth, and the guy had a big bin there. I saw some purple. What am I looking for? I'm looking for purple. Looking for some Strike King. Looking for some Gary Yamamoto. And he had a bunch of opened up, used stuff. And he's just like, grab a bunch, grab what you want, and we'll make a deal on it. So I was like, I got this, and he's like, I don't know, $5. So I was like, okay. There might be some other bag somewhere else that I had in there too. And that was pretty much it. Very small venue, but the thing is, you can go to a swap meet that is 4 times the size of that, and they can still have the same 3 vendors that are good. A lot of vendors there are, they're not, maybe they're not terrible. Some are terrible, but I mean the primo deals, like there's, you could have gone to a vendor's or a tackle swap meet that's 3 times the size of that and had the same like primo vendors there, the same amount. So I'm not disappointed. Last thing I got, so I told myself, hey, you know what? You know who's not going to become a professional bass fisherman? This guy. And you know what I should probably stop doing is spending like $300 or plus on rods, so that when they break, I die a little bit each time. So, with that being said, I'm like, you know what? I fish so much. Look, there's a reason why I can run my mouth about I've got the most bass catches for sure from anyone in Canada from Cast to Catch on YouTube. Okay? That's because I live in a great area and I have ample time to go fishing. Also means that I have a bunch of wear and tear on my rods. I abuse my rods. I don't get them for free. I have to buy them. I get some good deals, but I mean, it's money out of my pocket when I break rods. So I'm not going to go down that avenue. I say that. Hopefully I have the strength and conviction to follow through, but I'm not going to spend $400 anymore on rods or $300 on rods and, die each time the tip breaks. So here's a Fenwick Elite Tech. It's an older model. They go for about $150, probably $200 after tax. With inflation, who knows? I'd say somewhere between $150 $200 is what their current rate is. I actually have a 7'1" medium heavy. Broke like 2 inches off the tip. I have to get repaired still a fine rod. So this is a 7-foot medium, $50. I was like, I can't really complain about that. It's a nice one-piece rod. If it does break on me, losing $50 sucks, but I mean it's way better than having a $300 rod break or a $200 rod break. So that's kind of where I am now with spinning rods. Is with my skill set, with my future ambitions, it just is not practical for me to run NRXs, because getting Mega 360 or a 16-inch Garmin for $7,000 is going to be way better investment on my fishing career than $500 NRXs and having a boat full of them. So there we go, guys. The Bowmanville tackle swap meet was in and out of there within 8 minutes. So it's good. That's what I like. I don't like to sit around and peruse everything. I'm very adamant. My eyes very much pinpoint towards what I want and the price I want to pay. And was in and out there 8 minutes, no complaints. It wasn't a very big vendor show, so hopefully next year maybe they change the location. Maybe it can be a bit bigger, but it was worth going. I'd recommend the Bowmanville Tackle Swap Meet if they do it again in 2026. It was a good way to spend some money. And I got some good deals. So there we go, guys. Thank you guys for watching. So next time, if you know of the Bowmanville Tackle Swap Meet in the future, you can watch this video and be like, oh, there we go. And also, I have way too many videos from bass fishing season last year. So later today, being Sunday, we will be doing my head-in Zara spook video, top water, using a bait caster. It was fun. I never actually got around to using a head-in spook before last summer, so I finally got around to doing that. So that video is going to come up later today. So thank you guys for watching and take care.